Will the Senate please come to order? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Ocasio,
Excused.
Senator Baker,
Here.
Senator Chang,
Here.
Senator DeCoit, Senator Dela Cruz, Senator Favela, Senator Gabbard, Senator Ihara,
Present.
Senator Inoue,
Excused.
Senator Kanuha, Senator Keith Agaran, Senator Keoho Kalole, Senator Kidani,
Aloha.
Senator Kim, Senator Lee, Senator Misalucha,
Present.
Senator Moriwaki,
Present.
Senator Nishihara, Senator Rhodes, Senator Riviere, Senator San Buenaventura, Senator Shimabukuro, Senator Taniguchi,
Here.
Senator Wakai. Mr. President,
Present.
23 present, 2 excused.
Thank you. The chair has read the journal of the preceding day and approves the same. Are there any introductions this morning? Not, Madam Clerk.
Governor's message numbers 1103 and 1104 inform the legislature that the governor signed bills into law as Acts 3 and 4.
File.
House Communication number 407 informs the Senate that the House has disagreed to the amendments proposed by the Senate to various House bills.
File.
On pages 2 through 11, House Communication number 408 to 447 transmit House concurrent resolutions that were adopted in the House for referral to committee.
So ordered.
On page 11, House Communication numbers 448 and 449 inform the Senate that various Senate bills passed third reading in the House unamended.
File.
On pages 11 to 19, House Communication numbers 450 to 513 return Senate bills that passed third reading in the House in an amended form for agree-disagree.
Before recognizing Senator DeCoit, I was remiss in not informing the caucus and Senator Favela. We normally just do a blanket disagree to all items that are coming over, and then individual committee chairs, if you'll work with my office and the clerk, if you find a bill you're interested in, then agreeing to, we will work on scheduling that. Senator DeCoit.
I move that the Senate disagree to the amendments proposed by the House to the Senate bills referenced in House Communications numbers 450 to 513.
Senator Favela.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried. Conferees will be named at a later date.
On pages 19 to 24, Standing Committee Report numbers 3848 to 3882 for 48-hour notice. And on pages 24 to 26, Standing Committee Report numbers 3883 to 3889 for one-day notice.
So ordered.
On pages 26 and 27, Standing Committee Report numbers 3890 to 3896 for adoption.
Senator DeCoit.
I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Reports numbers 3890 to 3896.
Senator Favela.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried.
On pages 27 to 29, Deferred Matters, House Communication numbers 388 to 406, return Senate bills that passed third reading in the House in an amended form for agree-disagree.
Senator DeCoit. If you could move to disagree with the amendments proposed by the House to Senate bills referenced in House Communications number 388 to 406.
I move that the Senate disagree to the amendments proposed by the House to the Senate bills referenced in House Communications numbers 388 to 406.
Thank you. Senator Favela.
Second that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried. Conferees will be named at a later date.
On page 30, Advise and Consent.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking advise and consent on consent.
Standing Committee Report numbers 3833 to 3835 on Governor's Messages for adoption.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
23 ayes.
Thank you. The nominees for said governor's messages have been confirmed.
On page
Mr.
31,
President,
adoption.
Senator Kim.
thank you, Mr. President, may I make an introduction? Introduction, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please proceed.
Thank you. I'd like to introduce for GM 651 for the Center for Nursing Advisory Board. We have our confirmed nominee here, Dr. Linda Bichanor. Linda, will you rise to be recognized? Where is she? Okay. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Madam Clerk?
On page 31, adoption of resolutions, Standing Committee Report number 3836 on House Concurrent Resolution number 130 for adoption.
Senator Decoit.
I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 3836.
Senator Favela?
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, motion is carried. Said resolution has been adopted.
Beginning on page 31, third reading.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking third reading on consent.
Standing Committee Report number 3751, third reading of House Bill 1619, Senate Draft 2, relating to peer-to-peer car sharing insurance requirements.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 1619 SD2 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report number 3752, third reading of House Bill 1988, Senate Draft 2, relating to coral.
Senator Baker?
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to offer a floor amendment to House Bill number 1988, Senate Draft 2.
Madam Clerk, please identify the amendment.
Floor Amendment number 4, proposing an amendment to House Bill 1988, Senate Draft 2, copies of which have been distributed to the members.
Senator Baker?
Mr. President, I move the floor amendment number 4 be adopted.
Senator Gabbard?
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion, Senator Baker?
Thank you, Mr. President. The amendments made in the Senate Draft 2 have used wording that combines two recommendations by stakeholders into something extremely narrow, greatly limiting the bill's applicability. In order for the bill not to be vulnerable to a dormant Commerce Clause challenge, we would like to add the words "or is" to the provision as follows. It shall be unlawful for any person to import into, export from, sell in, harvest from, or offer to sale in the state any coral product, provided that the coral product is an endangered species or is native to Hawaii. Thank you.
Thank you. Further discussion? Any objections? Not, the motion is carried. Floor amendment number 4 has been adopted. Senator Baker?
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to separate House Bill 1988, Senate Draft 2 from Standing Committee Report number 3752.
Senator Gabbard?
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried. The clerk is directed to file Standing Committee Report number 3752. 48-hour notice is hereby given for third reading of House Bill number 1988 SD3.
Standing Committee Report number 3753, third reading of House Bill 2089, Senate Draft 2, relating to renewable portfolio standards.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 2089 SD2 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report number 3754, third reading of House Bill 2280, Senate Draft 1, relating to real property.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent? Senator Favela, no vote? Any other no votes? Do we have any reservations?
21 ayes, 1 no.
Thank you. HB 2280 SD1 passes third reading.
On page 32, Standing Committee Report number 3755, third reading of House Bill 2340, Senate Draft 2, relating to controlled substances.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 2340 SD2 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report number 3756, third reading of House Bill 1567, Senate Draft 1, relating to criminal pretrial reform.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 1567 SD1 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report Number 3757, third reading of House Bill 1891, Senate Draft 1, relating to the Uniform Recognition and Enforcement of Canadian Domestic Violence Protection Orders Act.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 1891 SD1 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report Number 3758, third reading of House Bill 1705, Senate Draft 1, relating to agricultural park leases.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent? No vote for Senator Favela. Any other no votes? Reservation, Senator Riviere.
21 ayes, 1 no.
Thank you. HB 1705 SD1 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report Number 3759, third reading of House Bill 2088, Senate Draft 2, relating to financing.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 2088 SD2 passes third reading.
On page 33, Standing Committee Report Number 3760, third reading of House Bill 2218, Senate Draft 1, relating to the Frank T. Okimoto Reef Runway.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 2218 SD1 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report Number 3761, third reading of House Bill 2491, Senate Draft 2, relating to the Hawaiian language.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 2491 SD2 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report Number 3762, third reading of House Bill 1412, Senate Draft 1, relating to abandoned vehicles.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 1412 SD1 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report Number 3763, third reading of House Bill 1894, Senate Draft 2, relating to human remains.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent? Reservations for Senator Favela. Any other reservations? Any no votes?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 1894 SD2 passes third reading.
Third reading of House Bill 2416, Senate Draft 1, relating to campaign spending.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 2416 SD1 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report Number 3837, third reading of House Bill 1475, Senate Draft 1, relating to mandatory ethics training.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 1475 SD1 passes third reading.
On page 34, Standing Committee Report Number 3838, third reading of House Bill 2113, Senate Draft 1, relating to money transmitters.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 2113 SD1 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report Number 3839, third reading of House Bill 1806, Senate Draft 1, relating to cesspool conversion.
Is there any discussion? Not, do we have unanimous consent? Reservations for Senator Favela. Any other reservations? Any no votes?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 1806 SD1 passes third reading.
Standing Committee Report Number 3840, third reading of House Bill 2466, Senate Draft 1, relating to taro.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 2466 SD1 passes third reading.
Third reading of Senate Bill 2147, House Draft 1, relating to municipal solid waste landfill permits.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
22 ayes.
Thank you. HB 2147 HD1 passes third reading.
Mr. President,
Senator Rhodes.
could we have a short recess?
No objection, short recess?
Thank you.
Will the Senate come back to order, Madam Clerk?
Referrals and re-referrals.
Referrals and re-referrals are made in accordance with the supplemental orders of the day that may be filed later today.
No further business, Mr. President.
Are there any announcements today, Senator De La Cruz?
Mr. President, I request a waiver of notice. I request a waiver of the notice requirement pursuant to Senate Rule 21 to hold decision-making hearing on House Bill 2511 and House Bill 2513. Your committee is requesting for a waiver to meet the second decking deadline.
The waiver will be granted on House Bill 2511, Senate Draft 1, and House Bill 2513, Senate Draft 1. Senator De La Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your Committee on Ways and Means will hold a decision-making hearing on House Bill 2511 and House Bill 2513 today at 1 p.m. in Conference Room 211 and via video conference. The notice will be filed in the clerk's office this afternoon.
Thank you. Any further announcements? Senator Gabbard.
Mr. President, colleagues and guests, point of personal privilege. As we go about our busy Saturday morning tomorrow, don't forget to think fondly about our dedicated Majority Leader, Senator Kanuha, celebrating his 38th birthday. Now, I know because of our busy schedules with family, friends, and constituents, we won't be able to attend the free gourmet dinner at the Four Seasons restaurant in Colina that he did not invite us to. That was a belated April Fool's joke. Still, let's send him some good vibes and aloha as he enjoys his Hawaiian toffee and gets closer and closer to the big Hawai'i 4-0 birthday in 2024. Aloha, congratulations.
Any further announcements? If not, the chair has one. The deadline to file standing committee reports on House bills for third reading is 12 midnight tonight. Senator Decoit.
I move that the Senate stand in recess, leaving the journal open until 12 midnight for the receipt of standing committee reports on House bills to be placed on the calendar for third reading. And I further move that the Senate reconvene on Tuesday, April 12th at 10 a.m.
Senator Favela.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. If there are no objections from the members, the Senate will stand in recess, leaving the journal open until midnight and reconvene on Tuesday at 10 a.m.